It is a sound like no other way. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Okay, ready? Come on.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they never lose again en route to win Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on the partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's third year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
On second down, here's the option. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And all the way in, touchdown Sam. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Touchdown number 18 on the year. Is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Carpenter gets around him, and they're able to get this one across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Off the play fake. Carpenter. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. Second and 10. Operating from the gun. Carpenter. Goes to the right side here, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Seahawks. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime report. All right, well, we're in the left. We'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
Ready, set. Set up. 70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Looking to throw. Carpenter. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. He completes this to Walker. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They call it a loss. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. That one good for 37 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Again, Walker. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Seahawks are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen.
The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Following the fumble recovery, Carpenter. That's taken in by Arroyo. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second in a couple. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
At the 6-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe. So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles, wrapping up a game that they should be very happy about, which they got the win.
Yeah, I thought they were clearly the better team by the end, and they earned this one with a terrific game plan and consistent effort throughout. Only fitting that they had the ball when the clock hit 0.
So for the Seahawks, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel.
Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald there. His guys head back out for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Gun, they'll throw to get things going. He's going to test this secondary right away. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Seahawks offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll begin with first and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, a little predictable there. You feel like he just gave up points, and the first thing you want to do is you just want to answer back, and you try to get it all in one play. Nice job by the defensive coordinator, understanding the deep shot was coming, having the right call there. So offensively, just take what's there. You're not going to get all those points back in one play. Take your time, take what's there, sustain the drive.
A big play for Seattle. That goes for 58.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive edge.
Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first two possessions. On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, that is a... Seahawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to... Big game throwing the football. Throw here down the field will fall incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
It's now second and 10.
Back to throw. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And he will score. Jackson. Smith and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. What a year. That is touchdown number 22 on the season. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a
I just think it's like